live here with week 6 of the VTSDL Restricted Draft League. This one I'm playing before week 5, which it'll be arranged week 5 to 6 in the playlist because I don't think there'll be too big a time gap between when I play these. But it will look weird chronologically if you just hit on the videos tab, but this will not matter unless you're an archival viewer. I don't think I have any of those. Comment if you are. This method applies to you. Anyway, this week we're playing against Stonestorm, who nabbed Calyrex Shadow Rider, and Calyrex Shadow Rider is very annoying in draft. It can do a lot of things. It benefits a lot from there being no opportunity cost to running Terra Blast Fairy or fighting. It can of course do Terra Fairy Kiss even. And its various forms of setup, Nasty Plot Combine, and its status moves. Taunt, Encore, Disable, Life Dew even are all pretty annoying to handle. It's got Snarl, it's got, I think, Icy Wind too. This set is on pretty short notice, scheduled yesterday. I'm going to play it in like 3 hours, so I want to do something quick and nasty. Trick Room is extremely good into this team, alright? There's nothing below base 60 speed. That means an easy sweep for Ursaluna or an Amorous. Neutralizing Gas or even Misty Surge Geasing isn't even on my radar. I'll just run Life Orb Ursaluna and I'll be fine. If I just lead Sentret next to a Terra Normal Dialga, I'll only have to worry about an Imprison, Trick Room Calyrex Shadow Rider, or like a ballsy Trick Room, or like a ballsy Toad Scroll that reverses Trick Room on lead. And those are both easy to deal with, right? Like, the Calyrex Shadow Rider will have a very neutered moveset. I can just Ice Beam the Toad Scroll and then do it again. But I don't want to do that. I don't feel like it. I'm tired of doing Flame Orb versus Luna stuff, and making the orb purple instead of red doesn't really excite me. I'm bringing Tailwind. I drafted Tail Room, and I draft Tail Room very often. And I always do this thing where I make the team look like it's Tail Room, and it's actually just hard Trick Room. No one ever falls for it. I'm doing the opposite. My Tail Room team is actually going to be Tail Room Hyper Offense bullshit. I can get away with this, I feel, because besides Calyrex, there isn't much damage. Kleavor and Frostmoss have debilitating weaknesses to Dialga. Empoleon and Embar are good into me, but they fold to Ursaluna under any speed control, Tailwind, or Trick Room. And Galarian Moltres doesn't need to set up. So the start of the show will be Noivern. There's a huge speed gap between Calyrex and the next fastest guy, Toadscroll, 150 to 100, so I got to invest a lot into bulk here. A Life Orb Terra Fairy Draining Kiss or a Terra Ghost Life Orb Astral Barrage are both 20% chances to OHKO with this investment, so I hopefully don't need the Terra Normal, but I think I'm fine taking the risk. I'll always know if there is a risk because of the ability shield Frisk. Because of Unnerved, there aren't too many better items here. The best overall item would be Chardy Berry, so I can beat Scarf Kleavor, but Calyrex is Unnerved, so that's a bit exploitable, so I'm just going to find something else. The other viable item was Mental Herb, to not lose to Taunt Calyrex, and he does often bring Encore or Disable on it, which would cut around that. And I do lose very, very hard to that, to be clear. I just feel like Ability Shield Frisk is much more valuable to me in the long term. I think bringing Taunt on your Calyrex is sort of a dumb idea, because I have Sentret. I would just redirect it, not Nasty Plot or move. Of course, Ability Shield is only good if he leads using. We're just gonna hope it's not running Taunt. But if I'm already gambling on 20% chance to live other moves, I'm fine with gambling on the Calyrex not running Taunt. I just pulls to 60 or 75 to the Calyrex. It doesn't OHKO it, but I can fish for flinches at least. And Super Fang is sort of here because I've built this Lycanroc to be faster than Noivern, and I've also built Scarf Lead Tauros to be faster than it. There's nothing to intimidate. I mean, there's Kleavor, but there's an Empoleon that's competitive, so that balances it out. And I can't eat any berries because of a nerve, so it's going to be Anchor Point for no reason. This is my answer to Scarf Kleavor. It's faster than it. Even if it's Dolly. And probably my most likely lead if I see Kleavor anywhere. I might not have to if it's not there. Terra Water Wave Crash should OHKO the Toadscroll and do respectable chunks to everything else. Doesn't OHKO Weezing, doesn't OHKO Calyrex. Got Close Combat for Empoleon. Don't really think I'll lock into that because of, Calyrex. And I've got Lash Out to surprise OHKO CSR if the opportunity presents itself. If I see a Specs one, I can slash at it. I don't think there'll be a reason to Terra in front of this, so that's nice. Bulldoze is a unique Hail Mary that I don't think I'll click. In the Doomsday scenario where Calyrex has Taunt, I can Bulldoze to lower its speed and then use that to get up Tailwind. Now, Tauros will be useless after it, and that sucks. And I can't really put it next to Dialga or anything, both because of, the glaring using neutralizing gas, and the Dialga isn't invested with enough speed to even outspeed a modest one after a bulldoze. Like, but hopefully, luckily, the dude, he just sees the Tauros, Calyrex sees the Tauros. It's like exit to get a free Grenade boost, and everything works out from there. Even after I had to burn Terra, I just want to trade with this. I'm either going to trade with the Ferret, the Electivire. I haven't even counted against the Electivire, but I don't care about it. Or like the Cleavor, and then let CSR kill immediately, get a trade in. Even if I don't do it, I just get to do another Terra Water Wave Crash. That's great for me. And the main thing I want to get out when Tauros dies is Dialga, of course, who is in sort of an uncomfortable position. The higher average special defense across his team means Draco Meteor doesn't get many OCOs. That's still the best option, but it means that this synergizes with Super Fang more than Draco Meteor. Dragon Pulse doesn't upgrade my damage rolls enough so that I can run Dragon Pulse instead, and Dragon Pulse is also sort of boring. Doesn't get any move to threaten OCOs on Calyrex Shadow Rider. I have Thunderbolt to sprint Polion and Ultras, and like it would be weak to fighting pre and post Terra with Terra Dark Blast, which is a bit of a problem. Not like Terra Normal is any better, but it's a bit of a nervous addition, because I do feel Terra Fighting Blast is likely, but forcing the Calyrex to swap to a single target move at any point is good enough for me. The only other option for Terra would be Terra Dragon Draco to OCO stuff, which could be better, but I'm not feeling it. Flash Cannon OCOs the Weezing, OCOs the Cleavor. Hopefully hits 50% damage on everything neutral to it. I think it's a roll to do so, but that's what the Thunderbolt is for. So, sure. Life Orb would address some of these problems a bit. I could at least hit my 50% rolls. I wouldn't really get my Draco Meteor kills, but Lycanroc Dusk has to have the Life Orb, which is a little bit atypical, but it fits here. Dusk has Sucker Punch, which I can use to OCO a Calyrex that isn't Terrid. And being Sash against that is kind of bad, right? Because if I get hit, I can't Sucker Punch it. Or if, like, something else does it, I don't get another chance to Sucker Punch it. But what I figure is if I'm Sash, and it tears out of the 4x Dark weakness, I'm slower than it. So it doesn't really matter if I take a hit first. The resisted Sucker Punch will do like 12, and the CC follow-up will do even less. It matters if I'm in Tailwind, of course, and like it is an issue that I can't 2 a Kyo Calyrex under Tailwind, but I can't that anyway unless I run Stone Edge, and I don't want to run Stone Edge. Rockslide with Life Orb does 40 to it, and like it'll do even less with Sash. Tough Claw CC does do 70 if it Terra Fighting, which is nice. Hopefully that can happen. But the main problem is the difficulty of hitting Glaring Weezing, and some offensive or Wisp variants can mess. I can rock up a good deal, but I'm just going to trust everyone else to take care of that, I think. Hopefully, yeah. There's no one else to trust. There's no one better to trust than Assault Vest or Saluna. Takes less than half from a Life Orb Calyrex Psychic and can OCO back with Crunch. And if it, like, tears out of Crunch, I can combo with Super Fang plus Headlong. I can Earthquake it next to a Redirector, which is very nice. It doesn't 2-hit KO, but it's better than nothing. There's really an excellent lane of Cleavor. Either doesn't come or isn't Scarf. I have to figure that out. Figure if they're not Scarf after game 1. Being able to Ice Punch OCO Toadscroll is very good. It's very, very good, as is Headlong Weezing for an OCO. It does about 50% to Goldrez with Ice Punch, which is hopefully all I will do to it. I always want to bring this bear in every game, I think. The speed investment I've given it should allow it to clean up a lot of no speed investment, bulky guys. And most importantly, does let me test if the Calyrex is modest or timid. If it's timid, that's a lot worse for this bear, but I think the only reason to be timid is if you want to speed tie with Scarf or like Electrode, with a Soon Electrode, or you think that I'm going to do Tailwind stuff and jolly it out of Adamant or Saluna range specifically. In that case, you won the full game, you deserve the win. But I'm just hoping that if you go timid, the stats that you're missing out on in other areas will more than make up for being able to outspeed it. And then, like, if I find out that the Calyrex is modest, I get to bring in Timid, Sash, and Amertharian. I get to do Degleam plus Earthquake. And, it's for ground coverage. It threatens a lot of damage into everything. It effectively lets me beat, like, Director spam, because Earthquake will do 40. The next thing will do 40. Degleam will definitely do more than 10. Which is great. And like, there's nothing too notable about her. Overcoat doesn't matter because of the stupid Toad Scroll's ability. And if it's, if it's in neutralizing gas, then both our abilities are off. So that doesn't matter. I thought about replacing Moonblast with Tailwind. I think that could perhaps synergize with Tauros' Bulldoze a little bit better, but I need to hit. Moonblast cannot do 50%. Moonblast is the only way for me to do 50% damage to Calyrex. It does like 70 to Goltrez, where Dazzling Gleam does like either less than 50 or only 50. So I would prefer just running it. I'll take the chance. That's all I got for this one. There was something else I didn't go over. Dialga's bulk is just Dialga's speed. I had this Dialga speed a lot faster than it intended. Or like a lot faster than I need, because I had it be, I don't even remember why I was faster than that. I had it faster than a Scarf Goltrez, which I don't need to worry about. So, just set it back to being faster than a Scarf Cleavor. This 52 defense investment, this whole defense investment doesn't really do anything in particular, but better safe than sorry. Terra Grass to avoid the Spore from Toadscroll, so I can headlong the Geezing, or even crunch the Calyrex. Your Terra Fairy, just because you want damage, it does kind of mess with the Oko ability, not the Oko ability. Yeah, it does mess with the ability to Earthquake next to an Amorous versus an Earthquake next to it, but that doesn't matter. Your Terra Stellar just to boost everything else. It's been a very rambly, been in full mode after doing all those Meteor Falls draft games, but you're gonna live with it. You're gonna live me going through my BKC era. It's a growing pain. Okay, I'll get better. I'll come out of this a better commentator than ever before. But what am I worried about? Yeah, I still have that. Still have always saying, what am I worried about at the end? That's I'll tie everything else together. I'll figure everything else out. I'll record in chunks or something. I don't know. But there's really nothing much else outside of what I've outlined. The scariest text, to reiterate, are Taunt Calyrex and Terra Fighting Blast. But as long as the Calyrex Shadow Rider is modest, I can play around it all just fine. A lot of my lines do rely on Toadscroll not tearing in front of a Terra Water Wave Crash or an Ice Punch. So it could be in hot water if it does decide the Terra out of a neutrality to water or a weakness to ice. But I'm hoping forcing that Terra puts CSR at enough of a disadvantage that Lycanroc can either sucker it later. Now I do think Lycanroc is the hardest guy to bring here, but we'll figure it out. Or I can otherwise choose an Oko with it, with, Crunch on the Ursaluna, with Dark Pulse on the Noivern, stuff like that. I think that's enough rambling for me. Let's gunch this horse. This is like kind of mostly not what I expected. I'm not sure. I expected more redirectors. I expected Cleaver's here. That's kind of what I care about. I expected more redirectors. I think I expected Goltrez. But not being able to counter Tailwind me, I guess Frostmoss and Cleavar both have it, but it'll be fine. Or just going to know what 4 I have to bring isn't an issue. Embor does very poorly into me. I haven't calced for Embor, I don't think. I haven't even... But I'm just going to put 252. I'm going to assume that it's like Choice Band. That's just the kind of guy that Embor is. Flare Blitz. I don't have that. Post Combat, Wild Charge, and Head Smash. So that is a Covert Cloak. Yep, we're just going to set up Tailwind and we're going to Wave Crash to you. No, that's all I care about, right? Because this isn't a... so this thing is Mental Herb, which is fine to me. This is the most nervous I've been for a game in like a good long time. I don't know what... Because it's been a while. Ooh, that's a bulky fucking... Dude, okay. Fine to me. And that missed, so that's even finer to me. That's an unfortunate sleep. Taking it that well is pretty bad. But I don't care about that thing. That's probably going to protect, right? Yep. Because it can't miss. So we're just going to Wave Crash and do that. I didn't want to kill the Giesing, I think. I think this is where the Calyrex will reveal its Terra, if it has one. 27, I die. That could be unfortunate. Oh wait, single target after broad does nothing. It's not, That's interesting. It's interesting that it didn't do that much, but it's not citrus. I think if this Cleavor doesn't have... Oh, did I mess up on speed? That's 224. Oh, it's timid. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so bad. It's timid. I mean, I'm still gonna win, but that really sucks. Lunge is good. Let's find out the item on this. AV Cleavor. AV Cleavor, timid. I guess that does sort of soft confirm that it is. Uh-oh. If I didn't kill, it's not gonna kill. And now we're just going to Dark Pulse and Headlong again. Come on, dude. Wake up. Dude. Did I lose to that? I lose to 3-turn sleep? Dude, what the fuck? I mean, I think we can lead with you and we're fine. You would have CC'd if you had it. We'll just go with these two, I guess. We'll just taunt. Like, we'll taunt you. Because I know... We'll taunt you because I know what's... Like, I'll taunt you. I'll just Earthquake. I'll tail and then I'll Ice Punch. Because what? Let's see. How much bulk would you have to survive that? I'll just assume you're like 252. Where do you live? It doesn't. Tailwind. I'm just gonna Tailwind Ice Punch. And I live at 6. This is going awfully, and he missed another one, which is like whatever. But I don't want to reveal Dark Pulse here either. I mean, if I make the what's its name Terra, that's fine. I think that's a roll on Ice Punch to kill, but this is a very unlucky game. I don't know what to say. I'm not getting very lucky. I'm going to Super Fang you, and I'm going to Earthquake. I know that much. Wake up, please. Please? Dude. I mean, like, 1 turn sleep. I took that first turn of sleep. The first waking up doesn't matter, I guess, but that's... I mean, that's fine. That's fine because if I wake up here, I get a... Okay. That's fine. I'm just going to do this to you. I'm going to headlong you. Yeah. But I can just Sucker Punch the Calyrex now and I'll live. You have to, Yeah, okay. Now we win. Flash Cannon, Sucker Punch. Unless you're Sash, which could suck. I'm going to Terra normal just in case. Okay, that was fine. Alright, so we're on to game 3. I had to send them to my friend who was watching Capcom. He was supposed to watch me and guess. So, I think doing this lead again is fine. I think we just do the same thing. I think doing the same thing is fine, and all of these tailwinds are working out in my favor. I'm just getting unlucky on rolls to a certain extent. Embor is fine. Calyrex Shadow Rider is finer. I am a little upset. I think I'm going to... Oh, it's Choice Scarf. Huh. Alright, that makes sense. I'm going to Tailwind. I'm going to... I didn't reveal Crunch yet, right? Yeah. I know that you can't kill the Noivern without super bulk. So I think if I Tailwind here, and you're Citrus, I think if I Tailwind here, and that's more than fine with me. If that kills you, killing, yep, fine with me. I mean, if I have to double switch out here, I guess that sucks. But I'm fine with. Yeah, I'm just gonna headlong. Yeah. Ice beam won't do anything. We're just gonna keep you around and see what the deal was. Okay, we're gonna flash cannon the Cleavar, and we're going to earthquake. I don't think this shouldn't kill the Cleavar. I don't think, but it's my best option. I don't think that I can get reverse swept by the Frostmoss, and that's the only real danger here. We'll do this. We'll switch that just to reset the defense drops. Like, it is unlucky, but if you Ice Beam into the Noivern here, it's a free switch. Assault Vest, and I get to find lefties. Ooh, if you are Voice Fan, that sucks. That's fine. Ice Beam, that's fine. I know that I can... I'll Draco you, and I'm going to Super Fang you. Draco just kills, right? Because if you Terra to Bug, if you Terra to... what's the type? Yeah. It does 57. Draco kills, and I'm going to taunt you. No. Please don't miss Draco. Thank you. And then from here, I think we just protect the scout for the Terra and I just want to, like, because no Terras happened. Oh wait, you did Terra. You Terra'd bugged. I'm stupid. I'm real stupid. Sorry. GG's. Alright, so that was a very frustrating first game. But everything else went to plan. It was a Scarf. Yeah, CSR. I guess the trick was how I beat Trick Room. That's always a funny thing to say out loud. But yeah, that's fine. I mean, all my techs worked. I think Lycanroc did more than I expected to an extent. I think I played around. I think the Terra Grass was premature, of course, but it worked. Like, if I expected a CC, I would have been fine. The Headlong was a good call on my part. Everything else worked out, so whatever. That's all.